Good morning, kids and parents of EP Stone Church. We have another song for you this week. This week's song is called My God is So Big. And you may already be familiar with this song. If you're not, there are two simple verses and motions that go along with each of the verses. So the first verse is, my God is so big, so strong.
Show me your muscles.
And so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. And then you clap twice. And then the second verse is, the mountains are his, the valleys are his, the stars are his handiwork too. And then we clap twice, and then we repeat verse 1. So, we're going to go through this song. We're going to go through it 3 times, and each time we repeat the song, we're going to speed up. So it'll get a little bit more challenging to stick with it. But you can stick with Miss Sarah. She will be keeping the pace and with the motions and everything. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. So here we go. My God is so big. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are his, the valleys are his, the stars are his handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. Alright, you gotta speed up. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are his, the valleys are his, the stars are his handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are his, the valleys are his, the stars are his handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. Hey, good job.
This week, we are going to look at our third name of God. So far we have looked at the Lord my light, and then 2 weeks ago we looked at God as the creator, and this week we are going to look at the Lord my rock. And in Hebrew, we actually pronounce that Jehovah Suri. So Jehovah Suri, the Lord my rock. Our story today is called Dreams and Dreamers, and it is the story of Joseph that many of you are probably familiar with. And our verse for this Sunday is from Psalm 28, verse 1. Lord my rock, I call out to you for help. And our story is from Genesis 37, verses 39 through 47. Listen to my dreams, Joseph told his 11 brothers and his father Jacob. In Joseph's dreams, which came from God, 11 bundles of wheat and then 11 stars plus the sun and the moon all bowed down to Joseph. But Joseph's dreams made his brothers angry. Do you think you are better than us? They asked. Joseph's brothers were already upset with him. They were jealous because their father had given Joseph a beautiful colored coat. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were out in the fields tending sheep. Here's our chance, the brothers said. They grabbed Joseph, tore off his colorful coat, and threw him into a pit. When traders with a camel caravan came by on their way to Egypt, the brothers sold Joseph to the traders. Then they went home and lied to Jacob. A wild animal has killed Joseph, they said. In Egypt, Joseph became a servant. He worked for Potiphar, the captain of the king's guard. God was with Joseph and made all his work turn out well. So Potiphar said, I am putting you in charge of everything in my house. Then one day, even though Joseph had done nothing wrong, Potiphar became angry with him. Into the prison you go, Potiphar said. Poor Joseph! But God was still with him. The keeper of the prison put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners, and God made all Joseph's work turn out well. 2 of the prisoners, the king's baker and the king's cupbearer, had dreams they didn't understand, but God showed Joseph the meaning of their dreams. When the king's cupbearer got out of prison, Joseph said, "Please remember me." But the cupbearer forgot all about Joseph until 2 years later, when the king had strange dreams. "I know who can tell you what your dreams mean," the cupbearer said. "His name is Joseph. Bring Joseph here now," the king ordered. The prison guards quickly brought Joseph to see the king. "Tell me your dreams," Joseph said, "and God will tell me what they mean." Joseph listened carefully to the king, and then he said, "God is showing you what he is going to do. 7 years of good crops will be followed by 7 bad years when food will not grow. So choose someone wise who can store up grain through the land before the bad years come." "You are that wise man, Joseph," the king said. "God is with you and makes you wise, so I am putting you in charge of all the land of Egypt." For 7 good years, Joseph stored up grain, and when the bad years came and people were hungry, he sold grain to them. People came from far away to buy grain, and even Joseph's brothers came, but they didn't recognize Joseph. "Oh, my brothers," Joseph cried, "I am Joseph. Don't be upset that you sold me into Egypt. God has helped me. He sent me here and put me in charge of all the land of Egypt so that I could keep you alive. Go now and bring your families and my father here to live with me in Egypt." So what does it all mean, the Lord my rock? How does that connect to Joseph? Well, I brought this nice rock along. What do you guys know about rocks? There's lots of different types of rocks, but I can't tell you what they all are. But I do know that rocks are what? They're really hard. I can't break this rock with my bare hands. It would hurt if I tripped over it. It's very heavy. It's very firm. It's reliable. If I were to step on this to get across a stream, it would hold my weight and I wouldn't get wet. Just like this rock is firm and reliable and strong, and lots of rocks make up mountains, so is God like a rock. He is firm and dependable. He will not break under our worries or the things that we're scared about. He will hold us up. He is strong. He is firm. He is unmovable like that mountain. And like that mountain was there yesterday and today, and it will be in the future, so is God like our mountain and like our rock. And he has been there in our past, and he is here today with us, and he will be with us into the future. So in our story, Joseph trusted in God, even though some awful things happened to him. His brothers sold him into slavery, then he was put in jail, then he was threatened, his life was threatened, and he had to go to the palace and interpret a strange dream, but God was with him through it all, and in the end, his trust in God, his trust in his rock, led him through to a much better place, a place of safety and of faith and trust in God. So I want you to think about that this week. We have a lot of stuff going on in the world around us, but it is important to remember that no matter what happens, that God is there for us, that we can trust him, that he is our rock, and that he is going to hold us up. All right, can you bow your heads and we'll pray together this morning. Dear God, when I need help, I will call out to you, and I will thank you for being my strong rock. Thank you for making things work out right. I love you, God. Amen. Have a great week.